Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 319 of our BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us in some way. This month, we're doing No Nonsense November. Today is the 15th day of No Nonsense November, where I'm sharing a life lesson that I learned that has really had a huge impact on my life. And today's is in honor of my dad's birthday. My dad would have been 88 today, and he passed away in 2015, Christmas of 2015. That's crazy to think that I can't remember exactly when it happened. Actually, December 21st. Anyway, when we were little girls, I grew up in a family of all girls. I had 3 sisters and I had an AFS sister, and there were always a ton of girls hanging around our house. But when we were little girls, like so many children, we would say and try to get my dad and my mom to help us do things, right? And there were 4 of us all the time, and usually more. So that meant it was a lot of expectations and a lot of asking for help. And my dad early on, and I don't even remember how little I was when he started saying this, but he would always say to me and my sisters, there's no such thing as can't. We would say, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or will you help me? I don't know how to, and he would always show us how to do things and help us and coach us through things, but he'd also remind us that whenever we said can't, that there's no such thing as can't. Maybe I don't want to work that hard, I don't want to put in the effort, I don't want to practice or try, especially when we said, I can't play the piano, I can't do this, I can't do chores. It's always, there's no such thing as can't. And so, actually, when he passed away, we did something called Einerisms, and we all shared our favorite sayings and things that my father used to tell each and every one of us, plus all the other people that attended his funeral. And there's no such thing as can't was right behind girls, I'm doing you a favor, which was every time my dad would kiss or hug my mom, he would say he was doing us a favor. But no such thing as can't has been a very powerful reminder throughout my entire life. Whenever I was frustrated or tired or hadn't achieved my goal yet, I would remind myself that I just haven't gotten there yet. There's no such thing as can't. I can actually do and figure out how to do anything that I decide I want to do, right? I remember wanting certain jobs when I was out early in my career, and I wanted to work for certain companies, or I wanted certain jobs. And I would think, oh, why would they hire me? I can't do that. I'm not, there's better candidates, there's more qualified people. And then I would remind myself, not necessarily, and I would think of all the ways that I would be a good candidate for that particular job or for achieving that goal. And then whenever I got discouraged, I would say, hey, it didn't work yet, but I know I can figure it out. And so I've reminded myself, I don't even know the hundreds and hundreds of times my father would say to my sisters or I, there's no such thing as can't. And that is a voice that plays in my head. Whenever I say the word can't, no such thing as can't automatically pops into my mind, which is a great strategy for negating things that are false beliefs that we all have. If we have something like, if I say I can't do something, I automatically think there's no such thing as can't. That helps to neutralize that false belief, and I start to go to solutions and figure out how I can figure something out or how I can do something. So our challenge today is simply to think of something or that you're telling yourself you can't do, can't be, can't have, and then ask yourself, is that really true? Is that 100% true? I struggle with saying I can't play tennis anymore. I'm legally blind, so for a lot of years I was only blind in one eye, and I attempted to play tennis. After about 10 years, I finally said, this isn't a high enough priority to me. I could figure it out if I spent the time and energy that it would need for me to compensate for the one-eyed vision and the depth perception changes, but it wasn't a high enough priority. I had little kids, I had other priorities, I was working, running businesses. So I chose to let tennis go as a part of my life and find other activities to replace my love of playing tennis. And you notice I didn't say I can't play tennis. I choose not to pursue figuring out how to play tennis while half blind. Now, it's a good thing I chose to make that decision, because now I'm legally blind, so I can't imagine even trying to play tennis. It would be hilarious. It would make good, fun videos, but otherwise it would be ridiculous. So today, what's something you're telling yourself you can't do? And Is that 100% true? Is it really something that you want to do? And if it is, there's no such thing as can't. All right, share that in the comments below, and I will be with you tomorrow. Have a fabulous day. Bye. You can do it.